Shalom Yasharala. This is Shaya coming back at y'all with another car chronicle, but this one I am parked up waiting for the workers, so I'm gonna be able to go into scripture and read it. What I wanted to go into was the history of the truth and how it fits in. How it fits into the scriptures. All right. The history of the truth, meaning the history here in America, right? So I'm just gonna go right into it. Zechariah 12:7. The Lord also shall save the tents of Judah first. So that's why when you see Yahushai's ministry, when he was teaching, he didn't go to the 10 tribes. He went to the Jews, right? Because he was saving, he was going after the southern kingdom first. You got to understand how much the bad blood was between the north and the south to understand why it had to be done in stages. It couldn't be like Yahushua just went to the northern kingdom after the southern. Look how hard he had it with just the southern kingdom. You know what I'm saying? It was already in and of itself like an amazing experience for one man to do, even with 12 disciples. You know what I'm saying? And all these followers he had. Imagine if he would have did something as revolutionary as go to the 10 tribes, which they had the 10 tribes had a presence in the region too. It wasn't like literally every single one of them came to North, Central, and South America. It says that the glory of the house of David, because David was a Jew from the tribe of Judah, and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah, because the Lord established this thing in a way where, the 10 tribes, because you see in the world outside of the faith, the 10 tribes, Hispanics, are already super fucking proud. And a lot of times they do magnify themselves against the tribe of Judah. But the Lord wants there to be order. So that's why the tribe of Judah has always had a head start. When there might have been a great falling away from all the tribes, but the first one that he called back was Judah. Because and I'm gonna be honest with you, in a worldly sense and even in this faith, Judah has a tendency to no homo show their ass. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times Judah magnifies themselves against the 10 tribes. That's why it says, and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah. At the end of the day, the tribe of Judah is the top tribe. And that's it. That's the bottom line. So we can't knock the spirit of Judah being the head tribe. We have to check ourselves as members of the other 11 tribes. But particularly, the 10 tribes, we have to be humble, understanding that we are not the top. That is part of the spirit that led to the first falling out to begin with, where we started beefing with each other. The 10 tribes, we cannot, we have to remain humble. We have to understand that, yeah, we're kings, we're on a pedestal and all that, but Judah is still the head tribe. And when you go into the history of Israelites in America, of course, you have 90-something% of the original teachers of this word being so-called black. Even the ones that wasn't black. Later on, you find out there was other tribes. Some might have been Gad. But the look and the aesthetic, when you saw camps, most of the camp was black. Probably in many cases, and that's why I don't knock ISUPK from its origins, because they kind of talk too black, so to speak, but at the end of the day, nowadays in 2022, you have camps sprouting up everywhere, and you're starting to see more Latino faces, more Gadites, more Reubenites, even though a lot of Gadites and Reubenites look so-called black. But you're starting to see a more diverse group of Israelites. Even ISUPK, you got that brother Karatazar. I'm not gonna disrespect him out his name or nothing. You know, me and him had one exchange that wasn't pleasant, but you know, hey, he's still a brother, Lord willing. You know, but yeah, we have to remain humble. You know, it's in the scriptures that Judah is above us. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's always going to be a favorite. There's always going to be a top tribe. You know, there's always going to be there's always going to be a pecking order, class mentality. You got to at least be glad that you're not a heathen. You know, you got to at least be glad that you're not a heathen. Because then you're really low on the pecking order. I'm at least in the kingdom gonna have people under me. It's just that, you know, through the Spirit, I'm not gonna be the top. We don't need to be the top. And the fact that I can accept that gladly, you know, it should be an example to you other brothers out there. Understand that Judah is the head tribe. And also, Lord knows, who knows, maybe I'm Judah and I don't even know it. You know, but if I'm not, it don't bother me one bit. You know, I don't give a damn if I got to serve water in the kingdom or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, the thought is we just want to get in. You know, we just want to be saved. And wherever the Lord puts us, everything's acceptable. There's nothing where I'm going to look at it as, oh, Lord, you know, no. Because then it puts me with Esau questioning why the Most High made me thus. You know, but yeah, part of accepting every part of this faith is accepting your place, even if you have a secondary position to the tribe of Judah. You know, and Manasseh, I'll be honest, man, like then again, we are still the tribe of Joseph. So we probably do got some type of sway, but we're not even, Manasseh's not even the top tribe in the kingdom, you know, in the northern, you know. We're still under Ephraim, you know. And as much as I can't stand the way a lot of Ephraimites act in this kingdom, I got to accept that, you know what I'm saying? Lord willing, of course in the kingdom they'll be in order, and they'll be better men. But, you know, but that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to bring out that script and read it again. Oh, no, you know what? I'm going to read on. In that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem. Jerusalem is referring to the northern kingdom. He's going to defend us. And he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be his God. So even in that day, we'll be stronger, right? We'll be like David, but David will be like God, as the angel of the Lord before them. So the Lord is still going to magnify the 10 tribes, but he's going to still magnify Judah more. Part of this truth is accepting the truth. You know, a lot of us, we quit eating pork, getting tattoos, smoking weed, doing drugs, gangbanging. We quit all these things because it's the truth. You also have to quit certain beliefs and certain ideologies, you know. As a so-called Latino who's likely of Manasseh, I have to accept that there are going to be people automatically from birth that are going to be over me in the kingdom. And that's just what it is. There's no arguing, Lord, why you make me thus? Nah, it is what it is. You know, just be happy. I'm just happy that I'm an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, with that, I'm going to say shalom.